This is the second music magazine cover in my Amusement Final Major Project series. After exploring the 2000s with the first cover, I wanted to delve into other decades alongside the genres that I had decided to depict. So for my exploration of hip hop, I decided to look deeper into the 90s aesthetic using my fantasy characters Orion and Alita. After looking at the different outfits that people used to wear in the 90s, specifically surrounding the hip hop culture, I realized that the majority of items were generally oversized in the form of t shirts and baggy jeans. Specifically for Alita, I decided to give her a hat based on the kind of fashion that Missy Elliott used to wear in the 90s, considering she was such a prominent female hip hop artist. I also felt that it was key for me to include a lot of jewelry and chains in their designs, as it was something that used to be a very big part of the hip hop image, specifically back in the 90s. In terms of the style of this particular piece, I decided to change it ever so slightly from the way that I normally draw, primarily by adding texture into the piece. And I got this inspiration by looking at different hip hop music that I enjoy listening to from the 90s. I specifically looked at the line art on the album cover for Operation Doomsday, an album by MF Doom which released in 1999. The image in question contains a lot of texture, which is something that I really wanted to add to my own illustration. Street art and graffiti are also another very big part of the hip hop culture, which is something that I decided to include in the background. The majority of 90s hip hop tended to have a much more gritty aesthetic. However, I decided to make my cover a lot more colourful, and this is because I drew inspiration from De La Soul and their 1989 album 3 Feet High and Rising, which ignited the Daisy Age. This was a much brighter era of hip hop. Included all of the flower motifs that I've decided to add across this cover.